on the Signal Live, and welcome back. We are gearing up for an even better semester here in and out of the studio. I'm Miranda Ham.
And I'm Natalie Winters. Let's get started with this week's top stories.
CSU Stanislaus's anti-hazing policy was recently put to the test. Sophomore student Julian Alvarez spoke out on Facebook about his experience being hazed for 3 weeks by the Omega Delta Phi fraternity. Julian said, quote, "They kept us blindfolded. They were cussing at us, yelling at us inside his house, pushing us into furniture, yelling at us," end quote. According to a reliable source, OD Phi was new to campus last spring, only to be temporarily suspended before the end of fall 2014 pending investigation. Data from the university shows 7 social Greek-lettered student organizations have had disciplinary sanctions in the past 4 years, 3 of which were associated to hazing. Associate Vice President of Communications and Public Affairs Tim Lynch spoke out about that seriousness of the hazing allegations and the standards at which the university holds all student organizations. Lynch said, quote, "Student organizations, including fraternities and sororities, are important to the overall educational experience. They enrich lives, nurture friendship, and provide opportunities for communication service. We value them and hold them to a high standard, which means we do not tolerate hazing," end quote. The full story can be found at csusignal.com or at any Signal newspaper kiosk on campus.
A campus crime alert was released on February 6th. UPD is investigating an alleged sexual assault of a female resident by an acquaintance. The incident occurred at the residence hall on the evening of January 9th. The suspect is a student and is currently not in custody. The investigation is ongoing and the suspect's access to the campus has been restricted until further notice. If you have any information, please contact UPD at 209-667-3114. Well, Warrior Athletics has taken a stand against sexual violence. The CSU Stanislaus athletes raised their voice and stand as one to speak out against sexual violence and pledge to be part of the solution. The video was featured on KCRA 3 News and has over 500 views online. Well, California has implemented more than 900 new laws this year. Nearly all California employers are now required to grant at least 3 paid sick days to their employees. Also among the new laws, undocumented immigrants can now apply for a California state driver's license. According to KQED, the DMV expects nearly 1.4 million immigrants to apply within a few years.
The University Police Department kicked off the new year with a busy month. The Student Right to Know Daily Incident Log shows UPD had approximately 290 foot and extra patrols on and around campus. On January 4th, there was an alcohol-related offense that took place off campus where persons were under the influence greater than the legal limit of .08 while operating a motor vehicle. Other incidents that took place in January included drug violations, vehicle violations, and burglary and theft. Those interested in viewing the Right to Know Daily Incident Log can stop by UPD and ask for it at the front desk.
And your 2015 Homecoming King and Queen are yet to be decided. Unfortunately, the long wait isn't over quite yet. At the end of the men's basketball game on February 6th, the announcement was made that there is a tie for King and Queen. Those who will compete in one more challenge are Caitlin Ireland, Elizabeth Carrillo, Kevin Zapian, and Edgar Tejeda. As a result of this tie, many students took to social media to express their concern and disappointment. The final announcement will be made at next week's challenge.
Yeah, so hopefully next week on the Signal Live we'll have that answer for you. In other news, alumni have a new way to show their alma mater pride. The CSU has worked to put together the CSU Class of 3 Million yearbook as they will reach 3 million alumni when the class of 2015 graduates. And we'll be a part of that class of 2015.
We sure will.
Stanislaus is currently ranked 3rd with over 330 alumni participating in the website. Director of Alumni Relations Lisa McMullen said, quote, "CSU Stanislaus alumni are coming together through the Class of 3 Million campaign to strengthen our presence with the CSU system. Our alumni are being noticed for taking pride in our alma mater and advocating for our campus," end quote.
CSU Stanislaus faculty and staff continue to address the importance of eliminating sexual discrimination. Faculty Affairs has allied with the College of Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences to sponsor a Title IX event on February 23rd. That will be held at the Faculty Development Center. The event is aimed to not only inform attendees of the issue that continues to be addressed on and off our campus, but also to provide research analysis and information. This information is composed by Associated Professor of Communication at the University of Colorado, Sarah K. Fields. The Title IX event is scheduled to start at 7 p.m. and free parking is offered in lot number 8.
So, with Valentine's Day quickly approaching, you may be looking for ways to celebrate your loved ones, or at least trying to find a way to stay distracted. Natalie Hutchison met up with some of the Signal newspaper staff to see how they feel about the holiday. Natalie?
Thank you, Miranda. I'm here in the Signal newsroom with some of our staff writers, and we're going to be asking them a little bit about what they have planned for Valentine's Day. I'm here with Christian. How you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. How about yourself?
I'm great, thank you. And do you have a girlfriend?
Yes, I do. Almost 2 years now.
That's beautiful. And what do you plan on doing with her this Saturday?
This Saturday, I haven't really made up my mind. I want to make her something creative that comes from the heart, and I want to maybe take her out to dinner or something. Her birthday, she turns 21 in about a week, or 2 weeks. So it's like Valentine's and her birthday, so I can't go too over the board.
Okay, so what will you be doing with your special someone this Saturday?
This Saturday, I actually have planned going to a cabin in Long Barn, California, which is by Sonora, and I booked it for us for the entire weekend.
That's awesome. And does she have any idea?
She has no idea.
Surprise!
All right, so how do you feel about Valentine's Day?
I feel pretty good. Kind of excited about it. Get it over with.
Every year, and then just this year?
Well, I think every year, because then it's the end of the spending season.
That's awesome. So do you have a special somebody you're celebrating Valentine's Day with?
I do.
And who's that?
It's my boyfriend. We've been going out for a little while. Hoping that he's going to bring me flowers. I kind of dropped a little bit of hints here and there.
What kind of hints have you been dropping?
So, babe, flowers?
There you have it, guys. That's some of the plans for our Signal staff this Valentine's Day. If you yourself don't have any plans, you can catch me at the box office. I will for sure be watching 50 Shades of Grey. See you there. Maybe.
Well, it sounds like we have quite a variety in the newsroom. I know I love Valentine's Day. It's definitely an excuse to eat that big box of chocolates. But I'm not too sure about that movie, 50 Shades of Grey. Are you going to be seeing it this weekend?
Definitely not with my mother, if I do see it, Miranda. But you know what? I'm more of the rom-com type, so I'll probably just stick to the book.
I think I'm with you on that one.
Well, KCSS is showing some love for local musicians. A new project is moving forward in the KCSS production studio, bringing local musicians together to create the first KCSS compilation album. This is set to be released in May of this year. A live video series featuring local musicians in the KCSS studio will accompany the album. To make this happen, productions director Garrett Smart is bringing solo musicians and bands into the studio after hours to capture live audio and video recordings, as well as interviews. Smart hopes that this is the first of many KCSS compilation albums that feature local talent and hopes to make this an annual project for the station.
Definitely something I'm going to have to check out. Really excited about
it's
that.
Cool.
Happening in the neighborhood now, Turlock City Council members met on January 27th to vote on approving a resolution that would enforce the original ban on smoking in public parks, which was enacted in 2003. A 5-0 vote determined that the resolution would remain in force and be furthermore upheld. This 12-year-old resolution was intended to specifically ban smoking in city parks, public facilities, and parking lots. The updated resolution has extended the limits to include electronic cigarettes and vaporizers, as well as any other products that may contain tobacco.
Well, commuters were once rejoicing over California gas prices, but the dropping trend has quickly turned around. According to Gas Buddy, just 1 week ago, the average price of gas in Modesto was $2.92, while today it has made over a 20-cent increase. Low gas prices might have seemed like a reason for celebration, but USA Today reports that California still has the 4th highest gas prices and the 4th highest state fuel tax in the U.S.
As a commuter student, I was definitely one of those ones that was celebrating. The stress of a spotlight has recently affected a highly publicized athlete. Ryan McLaughlin has more on Johnny Manziel's recent trip to rehab and how CSU Stanislaus athletes handle the pressures.
Thanks, Miranda. As of January 28th, the well-known rookie phenom Johnny Manziel, a.k.a. Johnny Football, checked into a rehabilitation program for an undetermined amount of time. His spotlight-driven journey to the NFL has apparently taken its toll on the 22-year-old Browns quarterback. This example of a college stud turned dud brings up the question, how are our student athletes handling the pressure of both school and athletics? When asked how he handles the balance between school and sports, senior guard Shea Matali from the men's basketball team said, quote, "I try to take everything one step at a time, try to focus on school first and then basketball," End quote. 6 days of practice and a full schedule sure puts the normal idea of a stressful day into perspective. Back to you, Miranda.
Now, if you would like to stay up to date with Stanislaus sports, make sure to watch Warrior Rewind every week at warriorathletics.com, and you'll catch Natalie and Ryan on that.
Thanks, Miranda. And those are your top stories for this week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Next week, we'll be talking about parking and a half-court pizza shot winner, so be sure to visit csusignal.com for the latest episodes.
And you can find all of these stories and much more on csusignal.com. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. We'll see you next week, Warriors.